I'm Cecilia. I live in South Africa in Cape Town. I'm 38 years old. I'm an adherence counsellor. I work with HIV and AIDS and TB.
My name is Ntando Ndlovu. I'm a mother of 2 lovely children. I'm currently working as the coordinator for Afrikagrupperna.
My name is Faith Wole. I work for Family AIDS Caring Trust. I'm a training coordinator. My profession, I am a social worker.
My name is Tawanda Chuma from Mashingo Province, 37 years old. I've got a family, I'm married.
I'm Notutuzelo Shafa. I'm from South Africa, Eastern Cape Province. I'm living in a township called Mdantsane. I'm 35 years old now. I've got 2 kids and I'm a caregiver.
My health, my peace, my people.
The most important things in my life, helping others, getting to areas whereby people are having problems, and then I share with them their problems. Also referring them to other people who might be in a position to help them.
As a mother, one of the most important things is my responsibility for my children. I value being a wife and being a partner and friend to my husband. I value my family.
Positive. I think of positive. I never understood why they would say HIV positive. I had a partner who died of HIV and he was in such denial and therefore never disclosed anything, and only then did I come to learn about HIV.
Pain. I have seen people being bedridden, people hoping and praying that they would die the next moment because of HIV. But in the past 3 years, I've seen people living in hope in spite of their HIV positive status. And that gives me hope.
The death. I lost a brother due to this epidemic.
We still have new diagnosed people with HIV. People seem to be careless. They default treatment. Otherwise, I think now that people they are getting ARVs and less number of people that are sick in bed, at least I think there's a lot that has happened on the HIV and AIDS side.
We have 2 sides to our community. We have the one side that is the black Africans, and then we have the other side that's the colored Africans. Then we also have the white side, but they are more recluse, more away, hidden away. And on the black side, there's a lot that's done. Like they have the door-to-door that they do and test the people they're testing the people at their own houses, in the privacy of their own homes. But in our colored communities, we don't do these things. They have to come to the clinic. And what happens is, even though we have a lot of organizations that offer VCTs, you cannot possibly think how that person feels when they go to ShopRite to go test for HIV and then they are positive. There's so many people around them that can see them when they come out of the room. So a lot of people don't go. In my community, people come for testing all the time. The ladies that's pregnant, that is when they find out that they are positive. And the men, they come very few. And if they come with an STI, a sexually transmitted infection, and then they test for HIV.
The situation today is hopeful but fragile. There is hope in that antiretroviral therapy has been provided to the bulk of the people that need it. I don't have the statistics, but it's estimated that at least 50% of the people who need drugs can access it for free. And for me, that is a huge step forward. It's fragile though, because over 80% of the treatment is provided by the donor community outside the Zimbabwean government. So without donor support, then the situation could be worse. So yes, it's hopeful but fragile.
Personally, I've got quite a number of relatives which are being affected by HIV and AIDS. In that case, you see your relatives are not feeling well, your friends, they are not feeling well. Personally, it also affects you if someone is not well. Even if I say I'm not the one who's HIV positive.
My brother, who passed away, he left a son. So it means an extra burden to my family. I'm paying his fees, I'm taking care of his upkeep.
Every day it affects me. I'm not infected, but I'm affected. I'm affected because why? In my family there's HIV. I'm affected because in everyday dealings there's HIV. I tell somebody every day they have HIV, they are HIV positive. People bring their families to the clinic so that I can help them disclose to their families. So every day I go through that same emotion with somebody, that same empathy, where I put myself in the shoes of the person. So I'm testing positive every day. That they're bad people, that they're sluts and whores and gentus, that is a very colored word. I'll explain it for you. When you are called a gentu, it means that you are a prostitute, but it's just a very, very degrading word, and they like to call that to the ladies. Also, in our communities, you date a guy since you are 16 or 15 or 14, you become pregnant of that guy and you stick to that guy for all your time. And when they test positive, these ladies, it's an absolute shock because I've been with this person since I'm 14, I'm 35 now, I'm 30 now. It's not possible, because only bad people get it, only prostitutes get it, only this and that get it. So at the end of the day, that is the stigma, that it can never happen to them because it only happens to women that sell their bodies for money.
The greatest stigma relates to HIV positive mothers because culturally they're expected to breastfeed. And for instance, if a mother, especially young mothers, if they cannot breastfeed, they are instantly stigmatized. So that for me is a big issue. The second challenge relates to adolescents that were born HIV positive. They face massive stigma in society. At school, when they have to take drugs, everybody then looks at them. But also when they start to want to have sexual relations, it's a nightmare. They are being judged as having been promiscuous and hence getting affected by HIV when it wasn't their choice.
The money you are given for carework, can it sustain you? $14 per month. Where can that money sustain an individual in this world? Basically, to me, it's a mockery.
I get paid on the 25th of each month, but what happens is 800 rent, plus minus 100 rent for transport each month. And then my kids, they have to have lunch at school, and then I have to do groceries at home. Groceries never enough. My father gets an old age grant and my mother gets a disability grant. Most of the time, I'm being supported by them.
No, I can't. So therefore, I sell things. We all sell stuff. We earn 3,500 rand a month. I have 3 kids that I must sort out. If you think about my rent is 2,000 rand. If you think about electricity that is so high here in our country, I have to pay these things. I have to pay for transport to school for the kids. I have to pay for transport for myself to school, to work. There's food that must be bought. There's extra curriculum things that needs to be done, So at the end of the day, you struggle very much with the money that you earn.
Unfortunately, this is one of those cultural, patriarchal stereotypes that have been reinforced directly and otherwise over centuries. It's considered gender work because in Zimbabwe, a woman's place is still considered to be in the kitchen, and outside the kitchen is providing care.
Patriarchism. whereby mostly men were said to be involved in the outfield tasks. But well, I think there should be a paradigm shift.
Because of the amount that they earn, first and foremost in our society, it's that a man provides for his family. A man cannot provide for his family on that money. Why would a man want to take that job when nobody recognizes that job as something good? The Big Bang. Our government needs to show more appreciation. If they show more appreciation, then maybe more men will realize that this is a global job.
Training our kids while we're raising them up so that the child will know there's no job for a woman, there's no job for a man. I think if we start it from there, it will be easier when they grow. The boy must know that I have a right to wash the dishes. And the girl must know that I have a right to go to the garden.
Helping women to realize that they are as human as men are. Because in my view, some women also perpetuate the situation by taking themselves as being less human or inferior to men. So we need a situation whereby men would recognize that they need to provide care work because it's the right thing to do, but also for women to realize that they don't have to work until they drop dead. And I think working with young women, girls and boys in this area could be the best investment for the future.